to improve, and they've got to back it up now. Though it's obviously still on them. They're not out of the race. You know, all it takes, as you saw it by mine, was that one win, lots of kills, and then also now at this point though, hoping that Atletico and Greyhound start dropping a little bit.
Will they drop out of the top two? They've last 3 games, the lowest position that they've gotten is second. So let's see if Atletico continue the momentum, or will Greyhound or 4am have something to say about it, or maybe newly placed 4th team Mine from Thailand. We'll have to find out.
Well, we still haven't had any back-to-back chicken dinners. Still waiting for that to happen. What that does is it highlights these teams that the team is just not able to really get 2 in a row, and it opens it up. We are going to get our final plane for the day.
Yeah.
Game 5 of the first day of squads. Of course, 5 more games tomorrow.
Glorious 5 games. Well, we always start with that show match, but this is going to be quite high plane, so a lot of people might see them coming to the northern side of the map rather than the south, going from west to east.
Very interesting circle here for 4am. Obviously, they like to go military base, and it's a big distance away from that. How they're going to utilize this plane path is going to be very interesting. I'm assuming they'll drop down south, find a vehicle, and make their way to the military base. For Atletico, though, they will be able to get to Milton Power quite safely here, being one of the last teams to be able to shoot out and go down to Milton Power. Same for Tainted Minds, really. They should be able to get down to Milta. And JDG, Chiefs, obviously very comfortable getting to Gatka.
I haven't seen Greyhound drop anywhere but Georgia Pole, so they've been very comfortable with this.
Yeah, crates.
And it's worked out well for them.
Certainly has. No other teams really wanting to contest crates. Obviously, Georgia Paul is one of those cities you split it up into 3. Yeah. You've got the South Georgia Paul crates and North Georgia Paul, and for Greyhound it's working out. Zoid mate with the ump to start with, and it's something.
4am is still up in the air. They're yet to get down to the military base because the drop was so high. The plane was so high that it's going to take them some time. So some other teams might already be looted up by the time they even drop.
Orange and Pathogen, Yasnaya, once again. So Orange pretty much seems to have abandoned Primorsk entirely from their original plans. You can see 4am, long shooting down towards Sosnovka Island. Tainted Minds able to then get to Milta, and Atletico to Milta Power.
Far away, because Greyhound, they've been looting for a good minute or so now.
Well, it depends on... Well, there's the circle.
Oh, that's
a nice circle for the players. It's nothing too extreme.
Nothing that's going to be on the edge of the water, because a couple of the players were pretty upset about that.
I definitely don't want a water finish. I'm glad we get a circle like that.
Mavgov might want a water finish.
He might. He won't get any kills, though, if that's going to be the case. But it doesn't look like that will be the case, as Tainted Minds make their way towards Milta. It'll be interesting to see what they'll want to do here. Obviously, rolled the dice a little bit, was a little, more aggressive, took 4am straight on and came out second best. So they just played safe here.
I'd like to see them roll the dice again, because you got nothing to lose. Like, you're 15th, 16th now. You might as well press on.
And as I said before in the last game, for Tainted Minds yesterday was such a great day for the organisation, and today it's just not been not the best.
He's still over the moon, though. So when we were with him and catering earlier, he was just going on about winning $8,000. That's massive. That's a massive amount of for one person to win.
Speaking of money, there was Moles winning MVP. Obviously, had the most kills as a solo, and Pathogen has been performing really well so far. Cyrus here and Pachinki.
Resolve's been playing well in the squads too. Like, he's such a strong player, and it's allowed Pathogen just to be consistent throughout the day, and they're held on to 7th place. And even if they finish in 7th or 6th, that's still a good position to be in going into the final day tomorrow.
Yep. Comfortable for Atletico in Milta Power. And again, this trend we're starting to see now of really everyone's starting to respect each other's drop locations. We're not seeing those early 1 to 2 or 3 deaths.
I'm enjoying the firefights this way. It was a little bit scrappy early on, especially in the show match.
Yep.
But everyone seemed to find their rhythm.
So, NT5 Peaks, happy near shooting range, and Greyhound seem like they've got enough loot and they're happy to start locating crates.
The boys on the bike, Extreme and Zoid.
And in the Face Gaming, they had to leave Novo last game, as it was occupied. And to take the boats up towards Kameshki. Speaking of Kameshki, that's where OMG are currently located. 4 AM finally making their way to military base, and it looks like Godfrey's not going to risk the red zone here.
Yeah.
They're just going to wait. They're going to go to the houses. It's
such a central zone. Not many people will have to relocate at all. So people will be happy to loot. So expect everyone to be...
Well, at the same time, they might also feel like they want to get in there a bit quicker.
But these circles, like the problem with going in the center, these circles that we've seen have shifted rapidly. Like some of them have jolted all the way down to the south, or right up back up to the north, like when it was up against the water like several times, and it's really thrown the game plan off for some players.
Just under 2 minutes until the blue zone will very slowly start making its way in. Still no deaths. We've gone 5 minutes. First crate, AWM, adrenaline syringe, and a military vest. And look who it's right next to. CPT. No one in sight.
No wonder the crowd sounded happy about that one, Zenox.
No wonder they were happy about that one. So CPT. Here, obviously, you've always got to be careful. You always got to keep an eye out, but he is completely safe. And he'll get this crate. It's like the happy dancing loot as he shuffles around. And then he will leave. So a minute and 10 seconds in that blue zone.
I want to see more from 4 AM this time around. They did well to get across the bridge from with Tainted Mines, but after that, they didn't really have too much else because the zone was so much further up to the north, and they just had to get through multiple teams to get anywhere. But this time around, they have a better opportunity with CPT already in the zone to allow them to have some information. So hips the D. And TNC.
I mean, CPT does have to be a little bit careful. He's obviously not with the rest of his team, which are at military base. The yellows. Lighthouse. That's it. We'll send in a 5 picks. We'll be able to loot the invisible buildings.
Oh, they'll fix that soon enough.
6.5 minutes gone, and Blue Zone will finally make its win. Probably, I think each game so far has just gotten slower and slower as the teams start to be a bit more careful and careful. Orange, a bit close to Textile there, Pathogen. And obviously, it seems like Yasne has worked out well for them, judging by that last game's placing.
Yeah, I liked Orange's performance, but they're going to have to duplicate that, and Sub-Slayer tries to pop a hole on ball bags.
Also, got to wonder if Pathogen know that Orange are there. Yeti Aztec dying, actually, so they definitely know that Mine is there. Sparker picking up the first kill, so for Pathogen, not a good start. They're a team that's in that top 10.
And Textile could be the next one to follow if Orange Esports capture him. And they're not too far away, so you can't really exit the building. But Greyhound Gaming seem pretty happy. They haven't run into any trouble. They've been looting for quite some time, so it looks like they're set up for another great run.
Just setting up position. Really, more than anything. Spotted Modi is resolved, was able to get him relatively low. Now Textile will try and finish him off. He's taking some damage.
And his position's now given away Xenox, and you can imagine that the rest of Orange Esports will start to surround the building, and he's going to have to wait and hope that the rest of Pathogen can start to rotate to him and help him out.
G taking shots onto Sunwoo's Tonia. I wonder if maybe Tainted Minds would betray their Aussie brethren and possibly try and get Atletico, knowing that they're at Milton Howe and they're obviously close by. It could become a thought for them.
Zoe spots Tony, he lets out a few shots, but Tony's a little bit too fast for Zoe to get any bullets onto him. He spots Ivy as well. So they get to the position of Junwoo as Tony loses control of the buggy, but he'll be alright.
He's also lost a tyre.
Takes minuscule damage as well.
Look how nicely he parked that. That was beautiful.
Maybe he should have kept that tyre though. It was good to see he was so careful on the parking.
Yeah.
After he crashed into
After he crashed into the base, yeah, of course. 4 AM look like they're on the move. God V, the last one, still a military base. Guchin CPT and now Luca is following suit, and we'll move on up. And the Face Gaming still at Novo. They're going to have to get moving. So is Atletico, OMG towards Lipovka. up near the east of
Tainted
Zion.
Minds may run into ZT because they might, if they avoid the red zone, they will run into ZT. So hopefully for them, they can just wait out the red zone. Well, there it goes. It's just faded away, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about what I was just saying.
Disregarded.
Critical. Going to be able to get that kill. ZT still with 4 members. They haven't been, unfortunately, able to do that well here in the squads. The New Zealanders. That Blue Zone has just made its way over Novo, very much about to hit military base, and God V's in a vehicle and making his way safely across the bridge to the rest of his teammates as Cyber are going to be grouping up.
ZT and Tainted Minds require a good performance in this match, otherwise it's going to be too difficult for them to climb up the rankings in day number 2 to get a top 3 spot.
We can only be so kind, but if they continue, if they do really poorly here, it's going to get to a point where it's almost impossible unless they win 5 in a row tomorrow, which is probably unlikely. And we've got Happy Novitas with the knockdown onto Edge. Australia on Australia action, and it's swapping time now for 4 a.m.
They did this
Pass the parcel around.
It is a couple of games ago where they threw all the weapons in the middle.
Yep. It's a quick way to do it, though. They obviously know which guns that they're all going to want to pick up and do it quickly.
I think this is the longest people have survived. We've only had 1 kill in about 10 minutes and 42 seconds. So everyone, as you were mentioning before, playing a lot more careful. Even Sub Slayer, who's usually known to get himself into some firefights.
He's a little bit loose, Subby.
What happens when you grow a mullet, mate?
So, and you can see the TNC boys down in Primorsk. So they're going to have to move all the way up as well. Less up. And FTX for mine, obviously, they had a great position, didn't they, in the last game? And they're going to try and back that up. They've got 1 kill so far, the only kill in the game.
Well, here we go. Mine and ZT ready to throw down. What can Fallen do? He's helping his fellow comrades. Smile of 91 gets some kills of his own. ZT perfectly placed, and this is not looking good for Mine because they just shot up in the rankings. Now they're going to drop back down.
Yeah, how quick can that happen? You go get a chicken dinner, now you're about to be almost the first team out. They've got 1 player left for their team. And look at this, Tainted Minds now in ZT. Subslayer heard all of that, and he wants in on some of that action. He wants some kills.
All that information fed across.
Mine, we're very lucky that all 4 of them weren't actually there. They've got 1 left.
And these are the 2 teams we were talking about that need a good performance. So one team's going to eliminate the other. So dog eat dog world. Who's going to be able to stand tall is the question, Xenox.
Yep. Subslayer threw out a couple of names, but he has to retreat back, took some damage. His position was compromised. Smiles is going to throw them back now. Shufu as it looks like JDG and M Cyber having a bit of a fight at the moment. And now 4 a.m. has spotted Critical from the Chiefs. And they're Chiefs and Mine, great games last game. And now they're the first teams that are just falling apart at the seams.
That's going to be a bummer for the Chiefs. They're going to be feeling bad about that. They are a little bit higher up on the scale after that last game. But YDD, he's going to be dropped down. So M Cyber and JDG Gaming going toe-to-toe, fighting over these loot locations.
Only 2 up at the moment for M Cyber, JQ2 and Shippies. And Aluka and Godfrey, what has happened to 4 a.m.?
Yeah, Fallen, they can't get back up, mate. Same for Benshu, he's down at the moment. Same with Shippies. JDG Bluff gets that nade off. Smiley will eliminate Sub Slayer. So ZT... Yeah, they're putting down the pressure.
You said that ZT and Tainted Minds needed to have a good game. Well, only one of them could. His Bluff has spotted Yankee 2 off. Gets him low. Yankee 2 off was able to get the knockdown up to Shufu, so now it's up to Bluff. Lee 99 in a vehicle at the moment, slowly coming. Go back.
God V still left alive.
Yeah, they were able to get back up. They were lucky that they were all together. And oh, no!
Well...
Okay, maybe leave the motorcycles alone, guys.
You're telling he's back up, but he wanted to fall back down. In front of his play.
He gets up again. They're never going to keep it down.
Extrude. He's someone that's going to stay down at the moment. So ZT pretty much finishing off the rest of Tainted Minds. They're not going to be feeling good about that, but the Kiwis will be, as 4 a.m. have found themselves up into a high ground. Do have a couple of players kind of nearby that would have heard with vehicles, but they're in a safe position as Rise of Fury needs to revive his teammate.
Creation of 5 peaks. We'll be able to get that revive. Now we've got TNC 5 peaks. Do we want to go and check out the center of the 5 peaks as well? Let's complete the Exodia.
What happens when you complete it?
5 peaks.
No, does the 5 peaks become like one massive
Yeah,
mountain?
exactly. It's just 1 peak. So M-Cyber Esports were the first team out. They've been a team that's actually been performing quite well, you know, so far, and poor performance for them here. Mind with just that 1 alive. Tainted Minds, by the way, still has 1 alive as well, so they're holding on. Connect any of those shots though. Onto Mr. Flirt, good guy hero.
Mr. Flirt earlier, but Filipino team is not doing so well today. Now is their time to shine. If they've got any sort of opportunity left, this is probably the final game to do so, as the circle's still pretty centered. Roshawk up on the northern side. Chinky dead center.
Yep.
But the red zone will be over the course of Chinky, which has Greyhound Gaming inside of it.
QM and Osiris.
Get this over shot view of Pachinki and the church. 2 members of Osiris with Luke and Bullet. Osiris playing pretty well so far. They've managed to stick around around about the top 10.
Placing well. Getting kills.
Yeah, that's something we've mentioned throughout the broadcast. So hopefully we'll change things up for their sake, I believe.
So this point is way down the red zone.
They're in a better location this time, as you said. Positioning's been pretty good, and if they're going to make use of the position, it's definitely going to be up here on the church. You can see people out there clearing, relocating.
Well, 4AM has a bit of a wild ride this game so far. Literally. And now they get the red zone. It's just, look at that, onto the bikes, get out quick. M24, and pretty much that's it. A compensator, but
yeah,
not one of the best codes.
That's not worth going for. It's not worth getting shot.
So pretty spread out group of players at the moment. Orange getting shot at by TNC 5 peaks.
ZT.
Yeah, Rothrock.
Guy hero. He's not really landing too many shots at this point in time, but he is keeping someone outside of the blue zone. He's just going to run away. He's so far away, can't even see who that is.
Wow, that circle absolutely hard shifting down towards Pachinki.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before,
absolutely devastating for a lot of teams. And 4AM are sitting there like, if we don't die by the red zone, we're in a really good position.
It's good for Greyhounds. They're still in a fantastic spot. But ZT, who are up in that mountain right next to Pachinki, will have to now move over to the west and relocate into the white zone as Orange Esports still got 4 members alive. Xenox.
Potato down by Bluff. YDD has found Edge as well in the shack. He's just going to hide in there. And it was knocked down. Minute and a half until this blue zone's going to move in. Obviously, for a lot of the teams now, there's a big distance to cover. Spotted YDD. Getting tag team at the moment, though, and he gets knocked down. It's horrible now for the Chiefs. Edge still in the shack.
JD Gaming and Chiefs are relatively close on the rankings, so for JD Gaming this would be fantastic. For Chiefs this would be devastating, and JD Gaming still have 4 members up, Chiefs down to 2. But the boys in front, Athletico Esports, still have all 4 members left alive, along with Greyhound Gaming in second place, so they're all doing a fantastic job thus far. Lee99 moving up on the edge, who's one of 2 members left for the Chiefs. No, the only member now left for the Chiefs, and he's under a lot of pressure as Lee is using his hand grenades. He's moving up towards the shack. He knows he's around there, but the camera just switched off. We wanted to see it.
Dead. Rest in peace.
Oh, my brother.
Well, Chiefs, unfortunately, unable to back up the performance from the last game. Out last place.
The Aussies now, Xenox, looking at each other, Osiris and Greyhound Gaming.
Bomb there from the red zone, just about reaching the 19-meter mark, and in 10 more seconds that blue zone will make its way in, forcing a lot of players south towards Pachinki. Double crate.
I don't think Osiris and Greyhound will push each other too much because they are both inside the zone, and I think they'll just keep themselves just in a comfortable position. QM, another team that has managed to stay up in the rankings, has still got 4 members alive. Exciting though from Atletico has been taken out, so that's the first time we've seen a blow to Atletico this early on in the match.
7 kills now for ZT, so they're really standing up here, having their best game of the day, saving it for last. For Atletico, wanted to look at placing for Silly though, getting the knockdown, and he gets to the second knockdown with a bit of help from Resolves onto Tommy Cruz. Pathogen, we've only got those 3 players. Chipster taken down as well. Textile will confirm the kills. Nicely done.
That's a fantastic rush there from Pathogen, pretty much eliminating MSK. Resolves, man, he's such a good player.
AWM 8 times, got level 3 backpack. God V spotting BG kills. Creation. Turning a bite, knows that he was already out of there. Wasn't going to be able to get any more damage.
Last 2 remaining of MSK players just off to the right of God V, Gushin, and Luca just looting the banana houses. 20 minutes has gone on the clock, still 61 left alive, so the slowest game we've had thus far, but ZT have something to say about that as they've dropped down 2 orange members, yet to claim any kills. I assume if they keep this tear on, they will. They've definitely performed quite well in this game. Make that 8 kills now, Xenox.
Yeah, it's soon to be 9, now 10. Whew. ZT, you talk about a slow game, well, they're not slow right now. They picked up 10 kills already.
And the boys from New
If they
Zealand.
could get another 10 kills and a chicken dinner, they could probably go from about last to first almost.
They'll definitely have some life in them going into day number 2. And with 10 kills,
well,
that's fantastic.
Definitely have the momentum in this match, but they've got to keep it up. OMG, oh, how wrong. That's the wrong way. You're about to run right into TNC 5 peaks, and it gets completely obliterated within seconds.
OMG, man.
Yeah, literally, OMG.
Yeah. They started off so strong today. Now everything's starting to fall apart. Now Orange Esports completely eliminated. Their chances going into day 2 are looking pretty grim, Xenox.
Yep, 21 minutes and a half gone. Minute now for this blue zone. This is about the 3rd time today we've had the final circle around South Pachinki Cliffs, Lighthouse.
These circles are just jerking either way, like north and south, really hard, and this is going to completely empty out Pachinki.
So, TNC 5 peaks. Descendant of 5 peaks, still all 4 alive. In fact, all of the 5 peaks are doing really well this game. Usually they're almost the first ones out. Let's see, with the Car 98. Probably for the first time in a little while, and you know how devastating he is once he has this in his hand. But he's at the moment firing at ZT, who are on a tear right now.
You get one back with the forward. He's in a good spot, able to find someone from ZT, trying to relocate further into the wide zone, but Mr. Flirt, he's going to hold down the fort. He knows some people from Zhuwu just up in the building above. Archers, Ivy. But they're going to have to make a move on pretty shortly. Face Gaming moving up the hill, so they're going on the opposite side of ZT. Atletico's on one side of ZT, and they have the Face Gaming, so this could be the demise of ZT if they're not careful, and QM have just picked up a couple of kills as well.
Yeah, and then, a massive grenade though from Rascal, knocks down Smiley Face. They've only got 3 standing at the moment. As the Face Gaming start to move in, encroached upon the area of ZT. They've got the kills, but they also need the placings to go with it if they want to mount a comeback on the total leaderboard right now. As Wu Feng was able to take out a couple of members from TNC 5 peaks. We're down to 16 teams. Smiles 91, ball bags and Fallen also alive. Chi with another frag, but might not make the distance. And of course, he's coming in the blue zone, and he's just given away his position. Hiding behind that tree. He can only stay there for so long. With the blue zone there to knock down onto 10K. ZT turning this one around.
Doing a fantastic job. Stuck in the middle of 2 squads and standing tall. Ball bags does begin to drop. He's out of the match. And
oh no.
There goes Fallen. One back, and Fallen gets himself a double. He's doing a fantastic job. He just needs to avoid the blue zone now and push on in. You can pick up Smiles. They do have some kits though. They should be just okay, Xenox. He's cutting it close.
This is going to be pretty... Oh, no, he's got it. Okay, look, we get to be fine there. Archers, though, he might not be fine. Quite low. Oh! Oh, no, that's
what are you doing?
That's not how you drive vehicles.
That's not how you do
Archers
anything.
dies. And they might as well blow up the US as well.
Just like his opportunity in this competition, it just went up in flames.
It definitely did. 38 alive, 14 teams. Josh is getting shot at by Atletico's Quincy. And Joshy was actually coming up against some of the last alive, but Tedge's mind, of course, remember, so he is at least getting them some placing. As Melting's gets taken out by Bluff.
Yeah, Josh
9 kills.
He's been playing a lot better. Yeah, that little misstep early on in the day, but he's been playing fantastic. And Face Gaming, they've just been eliminated. Now we're down to 14 teams, so we're slowly getting into when it's worthy of points and start to push on. But ZT, they've racked up plenty of kills. Now Junwu, they've been eliminated. Zoid mate. Oh, he's going to cop a big one. Now he's stuck behind the car as OMG start to push over to Greyhound Gaming.
Yeah, only the two of them though. It's 86 and Zhao Hai, the only two members for OMG. So Greyhound do have an advantage, but Sparker is hanging around a little bit as well. Lynxy gets knocked down for Pathogen's Textile. QM.
Textile's done a good job to stay alive, Xenox. He was caught earlier on from Orange Esports and manages to survive. Allowing Pathogen to keep pushing on. Textile, he ends up finding big chills. So, good job from Pathogen. They've still got 3 members left alive.
Well, 4am though started to get some kills, and they've just wiped out JDG. 4am doing really well. 86 though with a great blow-up kill. 3 total kills now for 86 and Zhao Hai doing really well to get OMG back into this one, although Zhao Hai does get taken down, knocked down. Joshy just died, by the way, so we're down to the last 9 teams, and Wu Feng will confirm that kill, and now Fallen dies as well.
Sparker, he got taken out as he was trying to move in on Greyhound Gaming, so they hold themselves firmly, but they're going to have to deal with a couple more members from QM and OMG. There's a lot of teams here clustered all up, and the blue zone moving in pretty quick. Not everyone can survive. OMG are going to go down pretty quick. So we still have a couple more Aussies left alive.
CPT with a knockdown onto Resolves. 21 alive. Fallen will finally die to the play zone. So does Smile. So ZT out of here. A lot of kills. Good placing. Well done for them. But now the remaining teams that are still alive. And Pathogen's Vasily. Frag grenade. Double knockout.
Beautiful.
And now 4am. They're about to meet Pathogen. Oh, the second one will take out Kuchin, and as well as Aluka dying. Heffa will finish off Bullet. Well, he gets the knockdown, and another nade will knock down God. It's raining nades on 4am.
Oh, they're showing how what's a rough night like out in Brisbane when you're in Fortitude Valley, bringing it to 4am. They're not used to the lockouts, bro.
They're not.
They've got the smokes up. Textile. Playing it nicely. I'm happy that he's survived, and now he's just being fantastic.
4am though,
yep,
able to at least keep 2 of their members up.
Resolves.
God V was able to get revived after he got knocked down. Atletico still have all 3 of theirs alive. Another unfortunate demise for Zidon early on, as mine were eliminated in the earlier exchange. CPT and God V just splitting up a little bit. Yep. Understanding those nades, they can't be too close to each other, otherwise they could get wiped out. But another high placing for 4am.
Look who's still got 3 people left alive, Xenox. It is Atletico Esports. There's still 3 people with 7 teams left alive. We do have 1 member still on Greyhound Gaming.
And for QM.
But he needs to survive 4 rounds of teams if they still want to make the top 5. Now we're going to start restricting the play area. Nepal, that's a good shot. Nice. He will drop X-Toll from Cyrus. Now he's going to start to rotate around.
Yeah, they know where Pathogen are. Pathogen's starting to move forward, but they're going to go straight into Atletico. Wu Feng got a finishing kill onto Tuok, so there goes Greyhound Gaming in 7th place. Only the 1 kill for Atletico, but they're getting the placing. They've confirmed top 5 now. They've got down to the play zone, and Wu Feng dying to Jettis. Now Kazillo with a spot. It's onto CPT. That just leaves God V alive. Is he going to be able to do it for 4am? Unfortunately, he's lost CPT now.
Should be the end of them. Cyrus. They're doing a fantastic job. It's Bullet.
Bullet with a snake.
He's got himself 2 kills. It's down to 1. It's looking pretty good for Atletico and Pathogen. Will Pathogen be able to not drop the ball this time? But Descendants of 5 Peaks, they've done fantastic for the Philippines. They've still got 3 players in this, and they could throw a spanner in the works. And some teams aren't just going to get as many points now.
Question comes down to if Atletico can pick up the kills. Bullet, the snake in the grass, pops his head up, strikes his prey, picks up the double kill.
You're a beast,
On
Bullet.
to Mr. Wick and Kazil. Can he get a third?
Bullet's playing
Bullet
fantastic.
with 4 kills, 4 Osiris. That's what they needed. And if he can find Godby as well, he'll secure top 4, and he'll pick up another kill. Look how split they are. And Atletico, with the numbers advantage, they don't realize it's 3 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1.
Oh, man.
To finish this one off.
If Atletico can finish first here and gain a couple more kills, they're really going to put a stamp.
They will be so far ahead going into the next day.
They're going to make a statement for sure. Godby, he's in the smoke. He's trying to do what he can. But it's going to be difficult as Nepahor begins to relocate further across to the eastern side of the circle.
The snakes everywhere here.
Sorry, the southern side now.
Anyone who's not really prone is Godby, so you can see he's a little bit more confident. He's got his smokes out, but Jadsu, Bullet, and Resolves all just snaking around and staying firmly in place. They do not want to show themselves, and Godby says, no, I'll happily show myself. Bring it on, Atletico, 1v3.
This is going to be interesting because
the
Pepper's going to get him. Oh, now he's going to be dropped down. Resolves. He's going to be forced to be kitted. He's on the outside. Now, Godby moving ever so closely in. He only has 1 kill to his name, but he could get plenty more, but he is about half HP. Going to throw down a smoke.
That was, by the way, Bullet L with that frag.
Yep.
That got the knockdown.
Bullet L does this.
And look at the range that he threw that from as well. Godby, look at the rotation. He's moving on up. He's being aggressive. Only 2 members of Atletico left, Nepahor and Lynxy. Pathogen out of the game. We're down to the final 4 teams. And look at Godby right through the smoke. They don't even realize how close they are. Godby's double kill! Godby! Oh, he's a god!
What an absolute beast. Takes out both members remaining of Atletico. What else can he do? We're down to the final 2 members of Jadsu and Godby. Bullet is out of it. Can Godby stand tall? He's back on the ground now. He's going to go and heal on up with a first aid kit. Jadsu has his opportunity, but he will bandage his wounds. Both players will now reset.
Well, reset they're going to have to. You can hear the crowd getting anxious.
Yeah.
Godby, can he do it for 4 a.m.? It hasn't been a pretty match. Jadsu trying to fire back. He's got the treatables advantage. Obviously, that zone not moving at the moment.
Smokes go off now for Godby. Side of it now, Jadsu on the opposite side, but he's vanishing in through the smoke, and Jadsu's got to go down! Godby comes from behind, takes out 2 members of Atletico, then takes out Jadsu, and claims the win for 4 a.m., and now they're going to march into the next day. Looking pretty good.
What a way to finish off the day for day 2. To finish off squads. The crowd favourite, you can hear them. Oh, you can definitely hear them. Godby. He wiped out Atletico, and then he took on the last remaining players. Gets them the chicken dinner.
He shows everyone why he's such an exciting player to watch play. He's one of the top streamers over in China. Now, with a fantastic performance in our final squad match of the day. What a fantastic game.
I mean, we're gonna start yelling here because the crowd is so loud, but wow, what a performance and what a way to finish the game. And it really does set the tone for tomorrow. Atletico, and not able to get that chicken dinner. High placing.